Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. And my video title, what this video is about, Super Bowl game picks. I've been gone for a little bit. I'm supposed to be uploading this video right here on Thursday, but I've been doing like videos for next week in the future, writing out ideas on life plans and stuff like that, paying bills, doing a lot of different stuff like that. But next week, I'm gonna upload Monday through Friday for you guys, so just stay tuned to that. But this video right here, gonna be discussing a team, which team I think should win a Super Bowl and who I think is going to win a Super Bowl and stuff like that. But the big question that everybody been asking is, of course, who's going to win? And you look at both sides really. You can like go into like both teams like almost like they depth in their players and all the stuff they got on the team and the style and the scheme and the mental they coming in. You look at the Eagles. The Eagles look like the best team on paper. They got a lot of depth everywhere. You look at some of the players they have on the team. You got a guy like A.J. Brown who has came and who has helped a lot offensively for the Eagles. Because Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts was cool with Devontae Smith last year. Devontae Smith broke the record most yards by a rookie receiver in Eagles history, passing Deshaun Jackson, legendary Deshaun Jackson, and he broke the record for that. And he's been a nice receiver too. And they went to the playoffs last year. Now Jalen Hurts got a guy, A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith there, and they've been playing tremendous football. He had his best season as a receiver with them. And when the Titans lost him, I was surprised the Titans traded. I thought the Titans were going to pay him because he did so much stuff. You might look at the numbers and say he has some good numbers like that, but it might not have been like the 1,600, 1,700 yards like that because they ran the ball a lot more. But you look at the stuff, the way he played, teams couldn't stack the box to try to stop Henry because they had to worry about him on the outside. But once he left, you see what happened. Henry still got his numbers, but it's just the Titans' offense didn't look the same. Like that, A.J. Brown brought a lot and contributed a lot to the offense. And him going to the Eagles helped the Eagles out a lot as well. And hopefully the Eagles can keep him around for a while too. I think he signed a big contract too, so he should be around for a while. But Jalen Hurts got better with that too. Jalen Hurts is a very good leader too. I love his cool, calm and collect, just character, and I love how he's always poised and like everything. Like nothing really gets to him like that. He's like a veteran player. He's been in the league for 10 years. But he only been in there for this is his third year. This is his third year, so he only been in the league for a little bit. But I feel like he's been in here for a while. Like that, the type of like style he played with, like that. He's just so smooth and so calm and just so chill and relaxed. And you can easily root for a guy like that. He kind of like a Kawhi Leonard. You know, Kawhi Leonard, the way he plays basketball, so cool, calm, and collect. And he won multiple championships as well. Jalen Hurts is a very good player, a dual threat quarterback, has a very strong arm. Remember at Alabama, where he was there, he was the guy. He got benched, and they put Tua in like that. And he never just went crazy, was like angry, like, I'm gonna do this like that. And he was still on the sideline clapping, supporting the guys, and like bringing the message and being like a great teammate. And that's why the Eagles' success is big too, because they have a guy at the top who's not ego driven, a guy who is not worried about personal numbers, personal statistics, or anything like that, or accolades. He's worried about one thing, and that is winning and team winning like that. So that's a good mindset to have and translate through everybody. Another thing too they have is two Hall of Famers. They got Lane Johnson and you got Jason Kelce, two Hall of Famers on your line like that. So that helps out a lot as well. Another thing too is the running game. They got two with Miles Sanders. You got Gainwell. You got Boston Scott. They got all these different weapons they can use. Dallas Goedert. Their team is very stacked. Offensively, they have a lot of depth. Don't sleep on Quez Walker either. Quez Watkins, I meant to say either. Like he had some big plays throughout the season he made too. So they got a lot of depth on this team like that. They can make some plays all over the field through the run game, through the pass game. They can do a lot. And then you look at the defensive side. Hassan Reddick, a beast, absolute beast. He's very underrated. He should have got more recognition this season, but sometimes the voters don't really give people certain stuff like that. But Hassan Reddick went out there and he dominated the NFC Championship game. Went out there and played amazing football. If you watch him throughout the season, he's been dominating. He went out there and had two big plays that kind of changed the trajectory of the game and trying to switch like the whole momentum of the 49ers and Eagles game and gave the Eagles that big boost they needed like that. And they went out there and dominated the Niners. And then you look at Javon Hargrave, the former Steeler. We focus a lot on the Steelers on this channel because I'm a Steeler fan. Hopefully he can come back. But he had his best statistic, just like his best year statistically. He had 11 sacks this season like that. Playing amazing football. And then Fletcher Cox, he always been consistent. He always been solid. He's a former champion as well. He's a very good player. BG, another guy too. He gonna talk his stuff every time. He go on the field, he gonna talk his stuff. The little laugh he got, a little laugh he be doing like that. Always on talking to my people, but like 5-2, I'm coming for you, man. I'm coming for you. BG gonna talk his stuff every time. And he backs it up on the field every time as well. He's a champion as well. One of the remaining champions, him, Fletcher Cox, Jason Kelce, and some other people too. Some of the main champions left from the Eagles championship team from years back. Last time they was in the Super Bowl was a miracle win. I think it was a miracle victory. No one expected them to go out there and actually beat the Patriots. This time, if they win, it won't be like an upset. It won't be a miracle because they are expected to win. They're a better team on paper and stuff like that. The Eagles got a lot of talent. The Eagles got a lot of players. I didn't get to big play Slay. Big play Slay. Darius Slay is an amazing player as well. An all-pro cornerback, multiple-time Pro Bowler guy. Made big-time plays back there. That's why they call him Big Play Slay. So like they got a lot of talent everywhere, depth everywhere, and they're gonna make some noise in the Super Bowl like that. So the Eagles team is kind of an easy pick for most people like that too as well, because they have everything you want like that. They can do it in different ways. They can give it to you on the ground, they can give it to you in the air, they can stop the run. That big Jordan Davis in the middle, I wish he was a Steeler as well like that. They got all these different pieces and stuff like that around like that. They can make plays all over the field. So it's gonna be very interesting to see what the Chiefs do against that defense and what the Chiefs defense do against that offense. But then you move on to the other side though, which the Kansas City Chiefs, and you look at the team is different. Last time they was in the Super Bowl, remember what happened with the O-line was being injured and stuff like that, and Mahomes was doing everything he can to try to keep them in the game. We see some drop passes and stuff like that. I feel like some of those catches, they made some of those catches and some of those touchdowns we got caught. Because some of the ball placements that Mahomes picked out there and delivered was some nice ball placement. It was some nice passes and stuff. They dropped it. I had some drops like that. They caught a few of those. Maybe the Super Bowl outcome would have been a little different. Maybe been a little closer. But Mahomes went out there and tried to do everything he could. This time coming in, I thought the team was a little better than what back then, especially defensively. Because Chris Jones, he's been doing that for a while, of course, like that. But this year, Chris Jones been on a relentless tear. He's been going out there and playing amazing football. He got Defensive Player of the Year voting like that. He didn't win it, but he got Defensive Player of the Year voting and stuff like that. It was an All-Pro, first-team All-Pro. He was out there just playing relentless. And then that Bengals game in the AFC Championship, he went out there and just dominated and made big-time plays and got a big sack that helped lead them to getting the victory too, getting the ball back where they can get down the field and drive down the field and keep the field goal to win the game and stuff like that. Their cornerbacks, that's the only concern I really have for the Chiefs. I look at the Chiefs team. Eagles team, the only concern I have is like how healthy is Jalen Hurts? Like I know he had the injury. I don't know if he's 100%, but if he leaves 90%, they're good at that. But I don't really have concern like player-wise with the Eagles because I feel like their team has been very dominant throughout the year at that. The Chiefs, the only concern I have is the cornerbacks. They allow a lot of plays down the field, a lot of big-time plays. I know he has some interceptions against Joe Burrow and stuff, but they allow a lot of big-time plays down the field like that. I know Snead is probably the better one out of all the corners and stuff, but they allow a lot of big-time plays on the field. Teams just be, like, destroying them. And if it's man-to-man, you got A.J. Brown, you got Devontae Smith. Those guys can beat man-to-man coverage and stuff like that. A.J. Brown can beat double-team coverage, too. So, like, it's kind of difficult to, like, see what you're going to do. So I wonder how they're going to work that out, how they're going to do that stuff, try to contain them and keep everything underneath and stuff like that. But the Eagles can run the ball too. So I know the defensive coordinator going to be up all night. He's going to be like, hey, he probably been up since Friday like that, writing schemes and trying to see what to do and stuff. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see. But on the Chiefs offense, when you have 15, Alon's 15 is back there on the center, nothing to worry about too much. Nothing to worry about. Patrick Mahomes is the best player in the league, in my opinion. And Patrick Mahomes he's been the best quarterback since he won that first Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes is that guy. He's been that guy. He's a two-time MVP. He's a two-time first-team All-Pro. He's a five-time Pro Bowler. He has thrown 5,000 yards twice in the 5-year span like that. He's also this is his third Super Bowl appearance coming up. He won one. He lost one. If he win this one, he have 2 Super Bowls. You got to put him up there with some of the best. Like you look at some of that list of the top 10 quarterbacks. Some of those guys on the list don't even have MVPs. Some of those guys don't have MVPs. Some of those guys don't have all-pro selections like that. So Mahomes got to be up there. Mahomes has changed the trajectory of the quarterback position, has impacted the game so much. He has came in and just been dominant. I remember his first year with the Chiefs. I was like, okay, the Chiefs went out there and got Mahomes. I watched his last game live when he was playing against the Broncos. I was like, okay, he looked pretty cool. He had the rushing touchdown on the side and stuff. And then I remember the following year, I drafted my fantasy team. I was like, I need a quarterback. I was like, I take Mahomes. You know, you coming in, you be like, I think he probably throw 28, 29 touchdowns, maybe 30, but maybe a little higher interception, maybe 14, 15, because he's a gunslinger. And Texas Tech, he try to take a lot of chances. I did not expect him, and no one expected him to throw 50 touchdowns. 50 touchdowns his first year starting. And ever since that day, he has set the bar high. Remember that one year people were saying that Mahomes falling off. How you fall off with 38 touchdown passes like that? That's how you know you set the bar so high and your impact on the game has been so dominant and just been like nothing but greatness. If 38 touchdown passes is falling off, that means you on a different level, a different stratosphere. Because some of those guys that'd be some of their best years. It's 38 passes, touchdown passes, and you had like, what he had like 15 interceptions that year. If that is your worst year, you are a goat. You are a young goat, a legend, and hopefully you can stay healthy like that and stay with the Chiefs. And like, cause he got a 10-year, like a 10-year contract, some big time contract. I think he'll be a free agent when he's like 34, something like that. So it's a long time from now. So yeah, Mahomes is gonna be with the Chiefs for a while. And as long as you got 15 under center, and you have that guy back there, controlling the offense and making those plays, he can put the ball anywhere on the money like that. He can put it sideways. He can throw it underhand that way. He can throw it this way. Everywhere like that. Like Mahomes is like it's just crazy. He can do everything. He's like a slingshot. He can just like slinging the ball everywhere on the field and making big time plays. And this year I feel like he played one of his better seasons too, because he didn't have Tyreek Hill. He had Tyreek Hill and still went out there and had one of his best statistical years this season like that. Being more in the pocket and then trusting different receivers. And Juju had like 900 some yards, probably had 1,000 if he played the full year. And Juju's pretty good, but none of them guys are like number one receivers. Juju's elite level 2 receiver, and number one, he's all right. He's a solid guy. But all the other guys are just like certified number 2s, like that, receivers. And he went out there and won collectively with them. And then you get Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce has the ability to become one of the best pass-catching tight ends, one of the best tight ends in NFL history. If he win a Super Bowl here and continue to add on maybe 3-4 more years, he's going to be up there. Of course, Tony Gonzalez is one of the best ever, too. Those numbers he got is crazy. And then you got Antonio Gates, one of my favorites I've ever watched. The most touchdowns by a tight end ever, 116 touchdowns. Antonio Gates was always open in the red zone, always open. Just throw it up to him. He was a power forward, I think, in college. Throw it up to him. He made big-time play. Shannon Sharp, amazing player to hold the record for most receiving yards in the game by a tight end. You got all these guys, and then of course Gronkowski being very dominant, all the accolades, and especially in the playoffs. You throw the ball, Gronk can turn a 1-yard pass to a 50-yard game. He is unstoppable, relentless. And Travis Kelce is a guy who is very smooth, a finesser, and like they can run out there. His route running is amazing, his hands are amazing, and he's always wide open. He's always open like that, and it's like a match made in heaven. Him and Mahomes is like a dream match, a dream pairing like that. And if they win this Super Bowl right here, they're gonna put themselves on an even better level like that. And yeah, they're gonna go down in history as one of the greatest duos to ever do it. So it's gonna be very good to see these teams go against each other. It's like I don't think it's gonna be as explosive people think. Like that the Rams and Chiefs game was like 50 points apiece. I don't think it'll be nothing like that. I think it'll be more like still gonna be a little high scoring, but I feel like it'll be kind of like around 30 range like that. I got the game going to the Chiefs. I'm gonna say 30-27. I'm taking the Chiefs in this game. I took the Chiefs in every round of the playoff. I think I take them every week in the regular season as well. My game picks video. So taking the Chiefs in this game. I think the Eagles lose this one, but they come back next year and they win it like that. I think it'll go like that. I think they lose this one like that, and they come back next year and they win it like that. I think the Chiefs gonna win this one. I think it'll be 30-27. It'll be a very close game like that. And I think both teams gonna play very well, but I think it'll be one mistake made. One mistake made gonna either be a fumble, a missed tackle, or some type of play like that. Maybe a kick return or something like that. Gonna be something. One mistake made that shifts the game over like that. So yeah, I got the Chiefs winning 30-27. But if you like this video, leave a like and subscribe. I see you guys probably next week on the channel, maybe on Monday or Tuesday. We'll see when I upload the first video that week. Stay tuned to that. Link in the description to. I don't have no social media anymore. Well, I have Twitter still. I still have Twitter. I don't have Instagram or Facebook or nothing like that anymore. I don't have no TikTok or nothing. But I have Twitter though. If you want to follow me on Twitter like that, you can follow me on there if you want to. My other channel, Genesis, a co-owned channel with me and my cousin. We do a lot of entertaining stuff, talking about random things and the stories of horror every Friday about some mysterious stories. Got Tuesday got a special video coming out for that too. So you want to go follow that, subscribe to that stuff. Go subscribe to it down below in the description if I remember to put it in there. If it's not in there, then you'll catch it eventually. You'll probably see it one of these times. But I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.